If I told you that today the Eagles could add a playmaking scrappy safety from the Saints, would you do it? Well, guess what? That's exactly what the Eagles just did. They just signed Justin Evans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So we got some Eagles breaking news happening right now, right before our eyes. The Eagles are not wasting time looking for a safety. They found their first one in Justin Evans of the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is just probably the first shoe to drop when it comes to safeties. They're going to need another one. But this kid has been called a scrappy playmaking safety from the Saints themselves, and we'll hope that he actually is that. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, to the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know what to do. Double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure everything is copacetic. All right, now before we get into it, we gotta think. So you put it on the pink. Let's go. Now we're ready to go. Let's talk football. All right. So Eagles breaking news. They go out. They sign a safety, Justin Evans. John Clark says sources confirm Eagles are signing former Saints and Bucs safety Justin Evans at the rap sheet at Mike Garafolo first reported. I'm hearing Eagles are not done bringing in players at the safety position. It is a long off season. That's right, long off season. Zach Berman says Eagles are signing safety Justin Evans per league source, as Mike Garafolo and Rap Sheet reported. Evans, 27 years old, started 4 games, played 15 with the Saints last after season and missing previous 2 years. He was a 2017 second round pick. This is a depth signing, more moves at safety to come. So we have two different reporters both saying they're not done yet. That's right, they're not done yet. You say Kevin Byard. Let's go. Let's get him done. Elliott Shore Parks. I believe he tries to call himself ESP, which I don't know. But here's what he said. New pound Eagle safety Justin Evans. 27 years old, 6 foot, 199 pounds. That's what I need to be at weight-wise. Second round pick in 2017. He played 92% of the snaps in 2018. Then he missed 3 seasons, 2019, 2020, 2021, with an Achilles injury. My gosh, that's a lot of Achilles. Played 39% of the snaps for the Saints last season, and then played in slot and free safety last year, which we know that the Eagles like that. Elliott Shore Parks also said, here's his injury history, or his history. Justin Evans' history. Ankle injury in 2017, missed 2 games. Toe injury in 2018, missed 6 games. That must have been a big-ass toe. Achilles injury, September 2019, missed the season. Out 2020 season as well due to the injury. And then didn't play in 2021. Pound Eagles are taking a chance on a player who was ascending before serious injury. And this is what the Eagles are going to have to be looking at, right? They're going to be looking for guys that are going to be cheap, that are going to have a lot of upside, and then they're going to try to take a chance on them. That's exactly what they're going to do. Now, as far as Justin Evans goes, this is a depth move. This isn't coming in. He's not coming in to be the starter. He's not going to just come in and start right away. I think this is really a depth move. And I expect a bigger move at safety, especially from the starting position to come. Now, what are they going to do? What's the plan? Will it be in the draft? Will it be in free agency? And I said my belief is they'll address the safety position for the starting position mainly. And I guess some depth now too. Think about it. But I think free agency or trades is where you're going to see them get a safety. I don't think they're going to draft a safety in the first round, only because the history shows that they don't do it. Would I mind it? No, of course. You want to take a safety like the kid out of Alabama branch, you want to take him, fine. I'm all for it. Can I see the Eagles doing that? No, I cannot. Will they do it? I have no idea. But my guess is they're going to address the safety spot from free agency, maybe a trade, something like that. This is just the first shoe to drop. This is a kid that has talent, right? He showed some ability. Look at this. This is an article from August 16th of 2022. And the title was, Saints have found a scrappy playmaker in safety, Justin Evans. So he showed some flashes. Even last year, there were certain things that they liked. They thought he was scrappy. They thought he was a playmaker. And maybe with time, maybe coming to Eagles, maybe, getting away from those years of injury, maybe he will be a steal for us. This is high upside, giant upside with no downside. Because it's not, it's not going to cost the Eagles much to bring this guy in. So I like this move from a depth standpoint. This is how we found guys like Marcus Epps before. You got to take a chance on a guy like this, especially when you're in such need at the safety position. We need at least two safeties because we lost Marsha Epps and we lost CJ. So this is the first move. I wonder, and what's crossing my mind is, what's the bigger move? Like, what is the bigger move for the starting safety? My first priority, I said this yesterday, I'm going to say this again, is Kevin Byard. He is probably going to get cut. It looks like he's not going to escape getting cut. The Titans want him to take a salary cut. He ain't doing it. He's not renegotiating his contract. What happens when players do not renegotiate their contracts? They get cut. They get cut or traded. And most likely with his contract, he won't get traded. Teams are not going to go trade for a guy that they know is going to be cut shortly after. We've had this problem with ourselves. Do you remember when Chip Dip Kelly, that moron, that nincompoop, that idiot, decided that he wanted to cut Deshaun Jackson after a great year? So he goes out and he tells everybody, we're going to cut this guy. He's in a gang. He's in a gang. We're gonna cut him. He's got bad friends. It's just a matter of time. He's a ticking time bomb. We're gonna get rid of Deshaun Jackson. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of him because he's in a gang. Would you like to trade for him? We want you to trade for him. You want to trade for him? What are you gonna give us for Deshaun? It's like nobody's gonna trade for a guy that they know you're going to cut. Especially when you say stupid things like Chip Dip Kelly did. But when you tell a team, hey, we're getting ready to cut this guy, and it's going to happen, and we're going to cut him, nobody's going to give you anything. Or if they do, it's not going to be anything you're going to want to take. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is Kevin Byard's most likely going to get cut. He's most likely going to be a free agent. And this is where A.J. Brown is going to play a big factor. Not even A.J. Brown, but even Marcus Mariota. These guys are going to play a huge factor because they got to recruit him. Okay? If the Eagles got Kevin Byard, okay, if they can find a way to get him when he gets cut, if he comes to Philly, I'm telling you right now, that would probably be an upgrade over C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Now, I like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I think he's one of the best young safeties in the league. But he's only played the safety position for a year. Give C.J. Gardner-Johnson another year or two, I think he'll be one of the best in the league without question. But he's still young and he's still ascending. Kevin Byard is already there. He's in his prime. I think he's 29 years old. He's going to get cut. So when he gets cut, the Eagles are going to have an opportunity. They're not going to have to trade for draft picks. They're not going to have to do anything like that. They're going to have to figure out a contract and work with him. Maybe he comes in and he signs a one-year contract with the Eagles, something like that. That's what I would do. Kevin Byard, in my opinion, from all the guys that we're talking about that are out there, he has got to be the number one priority. Okay? Justin Evans, great pickup for a depth piece. I like the upside. Bring him in. What do you have to lose? But Kevin Byard is where we got to set our sights on it. We've got to set our sights on him because he is a good safety and he is not going to stay. He's not going to stay with Tennessee. Every report, everything out there is he's basically gone. He is not taking a pay cut. He doesn't think he deserves to. So the Titans are going to probably wind up letting him go. And that's a good thing. So the Eagles got to jump over that. If they can get Kevin Byard to replace C.J. Gardner-Johnson with the addition of Justin Evans, all of a sudden, I like what they got at the safety position. I think we'll be okay. Now, if they want to address it early in a second round or third round with safety, that's probably more where the Eagles would go. I can't see them going 10 overall. Although I am not against it, believe me. I would love to take a safety early. There was plenty of times that I wanted to take safeties in the first round. I remember Earl Thomas. I was a big Earl Thomas guy. They took Brandon Graham, which turned out to be the better pick. But I wanted Earl Thomas at the time. So I do not mind taking a safety. Would the Eagles do that? Would they take a safety? I don't know. But all I know is this. The Eagles, they got the first guy they needed. Now they need to get another. And you may see 3 or 4 safeties come in. 3 or 4 guys in situations similar to Justin Evans who come in and, going to fight for the job. And maybe one of them will show up and get back on track. This kid was a second-round pick. This kid was ascending. He was becoming a good player before injuries. Hopefully he can recover from that. At the same time, Kevin Byard, when he gets cut, we gotta pounce. We gotta pounce. Pounce like Philly 500 with matrimonial booties making babies. That's what we gotta do. We can't waste time. No time. Get him done. Get it done. Let's go. That's what we gotta do. And I'm sure there's other safeties that may be out there we're not even thinking of. What safeties on another team, maybe he's in the last year of a contract that's a pretty good player that the Eagles could maybe get early? Is there a safety like some people mentioned Jamal Adams, somebody who may be up for a trade? We got to keep our ears open, our eyes open. But to me, this is a good signing for a depth piece. But now we need to still get a guy to replace C.J. Gardner-Johnson. This guy replaces Marsh Epps. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson, we got to replace him. And I think the guy we got to focus on is Kevin Byard, without question. With that said, take care. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. So I know all the talk is safety right now because of what happened with Gardner-Johnson, but we can't forget linebacker. We got to fix the linebacker situation too. And as I say, the target is Kevin Byard at safety. Well, I think Bobby Wagner should be the target linebacker. He's still got it. He still can play. He can give us 1 year. If we can bring him in for 1 year and allow Nakobe Dean to learn next to him, that would be a great thing. But I haven't heard anything in terms of he's a good fit for Philly. Nothing that the Eagles have talked to him, that he's visiting Eagles or anything. And I hope that we can get that resolved. If we could get the safety position and linebacker resolved before the draft, I think we're in a good position. And that's not to say we still don't draft one of those 2 positions. But I'd like to have, kind of who the starters are already set in place, if you know what I mean. Denzel Washington out.